Hi.
So this is Kat from Kat's Planner. She is a YouTuber, bullet journal as well. I think I didn't mention that. And she also does pen paling. So any questions about any of those things, leave them in the comment box for Kat. And yeah, what other, like where can people find you, Kat? And what sort of things do you do in the online creative space?
On the online creative space, I normally just do pen paling, bullet journaling, and some art. But offline, I like to create abstract art, things that are not just like really for everyone to see, if that makes sense. But if it turns out good, I still like to take some pictures and just share the art that it's not that beautiful. So it will inspire someone, I think, even though it's not really perfect.
Yeah, and you mentioned that, so with the pen paling, you do exchanges of like not just letters, but you share stickers and like gifts as well. You mentioned an advent calendar in December. So how does
Yeah.
work exactly?
So normally in my case, I receive messages from my subscribers wanting to just send me letters. And at the time, like in 2020, I used to just accept everyone and write letters back. And yeah, we normally exchange the letter to just meet each other, which is the best part of pen paling. But we also sometimes exchange stickers because obviously not everyone in the world has the same sticker. So it's really fun to receive stickers from the United States since I live in Portugal, from stores that we don't have here. We exchange a bunch of washi tape samples. And I, of course, send them some of the washi tapes that I received from the Washi Tape Shop. And we sometimes also exchange little gifts like tea or a keychain. I got a keychain once, or just some art to each other to just express ourselves.
That sounds amazing. Oh, someone mentioned in the comments that they love your hair color. We were talking about this a bit in the TikTok, but you just got your hair kind of refreshed this morning.
Yeah, I got my red roots done.
It's really pretty. It's like half done.
Yeah,
And
this half of my hair is red and the top half is my natural brown color. So it looks like this from underneath.
and you mentioned that that kind of encapsulates a bit about what your style is like. Can you tell us about your style and how that translates into your art?
So actually, my personal style, like how I dress and my hair and everything, it's the total opposite of my art
Oh, really?
because I try, yeah, because I actually try to be like friendly and cute for um, art. Because once I tried to put my style into a bullet journal theme, and it didn't quite work because not a lot of people like aggressive black themes. So the way I dress and how I express myself, like on my body, it's completely different from my art. So my art is a lot of pinks, cute things, and adorable stuff. And my style is a little bit alternative and a little bit aggressive.
That's do you think that the style that you showcase affects like how people will react to it? Like
Unfortunately, yeah.
yeah, that's it. That's very interesting. And so when you're sharing your art and things like that in pen paling, do you usually stick to a unique style or do you change it up based on who you're sending it to?
For every letter, I include a different theme, but I also match the theme with the aesthetic of that person. So if I know that someone is really into traveling and loves junk journaling, I am more likely to do like a vintage pen pal letter or something like really messy and artistic for them. But if someone is more minimalist and likes line art and flowers, I would do something more on that area for them.
That's really
Because
cool.
I really enjoy matching like a personal theme with my pen pal. So it's like it's made for them. It's not with anyone else in mind. It's for them.
Mhm. I'd love to see some of those themes that you have, maybe once we flip the camera around. But I also wanted to ask a bit about bullet journaling. So how do you use your bullet journal? And what is that, I guess, for anyone?
Yeah, I use my bullet journal almost daily. I'm actually pretty bad at keeping track of my bullet journal, and I should be better at that in the future. But I use my bullet journal for productivity and habit tracking mostly, because I feel like I need some structure in my life. If I just put a goal of working out regularly, it's not going to work. I have to have a mini calendar where I can see that I'm working out regularly. So that's mostly why I use my bullet journal. And I have the weekly spread to just keep me on track of the things that I have to do.
Mm-hmm. Do you use any other tools besides bullet journaling, or is that your main planner? Like Google Calendar or?
Yeah. I use Google Calendar. I use Notion. Almost all of my life is in Notion, like digitally it's in Notion. And I'm also migrating into Sansama, which is kind of an app that mixes up Trello with Notion and Google Calendar. It's all in one. So I'm trying to test it out and see how it works for me. But Notion is like my life. Everything digital, it's there.
That's awesome. And you also have a YouTube channel. So the unboxing of the advent calendars that you exchanged is on there. What are some of the videos that you've posted that people can check out?
So for creative journaling, I haven't done anything yet, but I've been posting some videos on TikTok. But I'm trying to do more creative journaling spreads for my YouTube channel as like a relaxing, chill video. And on my channel, I also have a lot of videos about bullet journaling and how to start a bullet journal and pages to include and stuff like that, that gives you more ideas for you to include in your bullet journal. And also layout ideas, because the layouts that I do in my setups might not work for everyone, so it's good to just have a lot of ideas there, and I have a lot of videos about that. And for pen paling, I have like my regular pen pal with me videos where I show the whole process of creating a pen pal letter, the envelope, the goodies that I include, everything. And I also have videos about how to start your first pen pal letter and things to include in letters, because it's really sometimes frustrating. You don't know what to include to a pen pal you've been writing to for a year or so. So it's really good to just have those videos to watch. And I have a lot of ideas there.
That sounds like a whole resource bank. So
yeah,
definitely something to check out. Do you want to get started with our travel journaling? We can flip the cameras around, and maybe also, we didn't mention it here, but the reason we talked about the advent calendar is because you actually got the traveler's journal as a gift.
Yeah,
the advent
from Moshi Bujo. We exchanged stationery advent calendars in 2021. And one of the gifts was a passport-sized traveler's notebook. And that's how I've been doing my messy spreads. It's in here.
Awesome. So let's flip the camera around, or you can get the tripod, and we'll show again some of the first spreads that you made, and then continue with the spread. Does that sound good?
Yes.
Okay. And if anyone has questions, leave them in the comment box for Kat to answer. Highlight them as they come along. These are some of my ephemera. If you saw our Instagram story, we always post what supplies to bring. So these were some of the supplies if you want to follow along. I'm going to put a question here as well for anyone who's watching. Does anyone use a traveler's, is it called a traveler's journal?
Traveler's notebook.
Traveler's notebook. Okay.
So these are just some of the pages that I did in mine. I'm still pretty new to this because I got it last Christmas.
And you mentioned that these are very much based on your moods.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, every time that I'm kind of sad or I'm just tired and I just need to take my mind off whatever I'm struggling with, I normally just either do some abstract art with gouache, or I just open my traveler's notebook, bring some stickers and washi tape, and I just do whatever it's on my mind. It's the example with this page. I actually posted this on my Instagram because I was struggling with the Instagram algorithm. Mm-hmm. And I was really disappointed with my analytics and my lack of growth and everything. So one day I was really sad, I was crying, and I did this page. So it's kind of a depressing page to start with. But yeah, I really like how it turned out, actually.
I guess that's making something beautiful and creative out of the challenges as well.
Yeah, I think expressing your emotions through art, it's a powerful thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I definitely find that art and bullet journaling, especially for me, it helps me deal with my emotions too.
Yeah, I'm seeing a comment here on the live stream saying that I should make a theme in my journal, black and red, because of my hair. So I have this page, which is kind of close to that.
What's the quote that you have on that page?
She wore a smile like a loaded gun. It's a lyrics from the Arctic Monkeys song.
Which song by Arctic Monkeys?
I can't remember right now. Let me think. Yeah, I don't remember, actually. Even though it's my favorite band, but I'm really bad at remembering like specific quotes that it's not the title.
And those like black stickers, where did you get those from?
I made them myself.
Ooh.
So I actually just find inspirational quotes on Pinterest, and I just transform them into stickers. And I have some here that are black and others that are just, the square is white with black letters. Mm-hmm. So I can use them in spreads like these when something is missing.
I love that idea. And I also want to mention, so some people are asking about getting stickers and saying that they want journal stickers. And so we have lots of stickers at the Washi Tape Shop as well. But if you want to create your own stickers, or, you know, all of these things like ephemera, you can always make them yourself for free. So that's a really great idea of printing out the quotes and cutting them out and gluing them. And something else that you already mentioned in the TikTok stream was using stamps and stamping them onto paper and then cutting out the paper, and it's kind of like an opaque sticker.
Yeah, so I have that example right here. One of my pen pals sent me this label stamp. So she stamped the label stamp on paper and she cut it and sent it to me. So I was able to use the stamp on my page, but I didn't have the stamp with me, if that makes any sense.
Yes, it's really nice. And I think that's a really cool way to share like the stamps with other people too, because you can't really mail a stamp as easily.
Yeah, I actually have received stamps in the mail, but of course that it's not something doable for every pen pal. So if you know that they will like a specific stamp, I will just stamp it on paper and send them to them.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. What was the spread that we were going to make today? So it's also kind of this sort of theme?
Yeah, it's this one. We were going to, oh no, this was the one that we were going to finish, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so this one, I was just going to put on a quote here from one of the little stickers that I made.
I'm going to get my notebook set up as well while you do that for a new spread.
I'm going to cut the quote because they are not pre-cut. I don't have a Cricut at home, so I just print the quote and then I just cut them out.
I'm going to look in the question box and see if we can do one of these?
Yeah.
Here's a good question. So how did you get into journaling?
Okay, so basically it started when I was in school, and I wanted to organize my life a bit better. So I was just doing to-do lists on loose papers, and that would help me to get organized, but I couldn't like see the things that I was doing throughout the week.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how I started with bullet journaling. With journaling, I've just started like this year kind of because of the traveler's notebook.
And how many notes at a time?
I only use my bullet journal and my traveler's notebook.
Uh-huh.
And I do all of my journaling either on my bullet journal, like after the weekly spreads, or with my pen pals, actually.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the pen pals are a really cool way to get creative. And I mean, you share it with other people too, so it's a little more fun. Someone else asked, it's not showing up. I'm totally new to this. What do you ask your new pen pal? Obviously their name, address, but what else?
So it depends on like if the person is actually open to answer your questions, which sometimes can be hard because there's a lot of shy people that like to exchange letters. But as my first letter to them, or just like the second letter, I would probably ask basic things, like personal, but not too personal. So if, for example, if they have any pets, if they have siblings, if they're allergic to something, because that's a question that I don't see a lot of people asking each other. You can also like ask their favorite movie or TV show or anime. And also ask what are their least favorite things, because that's another thing that not a lot of people ask.
That's a good one.
And I also try to ask things related to their country. So in my case, if they live in, I don't know, Bulgaria or United States, sometimes I like to ask what are their favorite things about living there, or what they do for fun there, where they like to go.
Mm-hmm. I actually was going to ask, so I know you're from Portugal, and I've never, but I would love to go. I actually have plans to go some point soon. Where would you recommend to visit in Portugal?
I would recommend either Lisbon, because I'm from Lisbon, and Lisbon, it's made for tourists. So there's a lot of good shops and a lot of things to see. And I've went to Porto, which is at north of Portugal, but I don't really remember a lot of it. But it's also really beautiful in terms of museums and views. Like the views in Porto are really beautiful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm really excited. It looks gorgeous, and it's nice weather there too. Definitely warmer than here in Canada.
Yes. Porto is colder than Lisbon, but it's really nice. Like today in Lisbon, it's a little chill, but it's really good for winter.
Yeah. That turned out amazing. Wow.
Yeah, I think the quote was really missing. And I think that it's also missing a little, like, these little doodles around the page. So I think I'm going to just do some more, just fit in the vibe.
That's very cool. Someone asked about pen pal. So the word is pen, like a pen, oops, and then pal, like a friend. So
yeah,
how it looks. And I've got here a blank page in front of me. So what is your first step? Like, I'm looking at the spread that you made over there. It looks like you started with some really big elements first, and then you worked your way to smaller elements.
Yes, so first I think about the theme.
Okay.
So I'm going to give you an example for this one probably. I wanted to do a page for Mikasa Ackerman, which is a character from Attack on Titan, the anime.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted to use browns and reds because that's normally her color palette.
So theme and the color palette first. Yeah,
first I pick up either stickers that I really want to use or the character that I'm going to do a spread for, or a theme. So in this case was brown and red. So I grabbed stickers and washi tape that would match the aesthetic.
Mm-hmm.
And I also grabbed her stickers. I first place the big elements that I want to focus on first on the page.
Mm-hmm.
And then I see washi tape that matches well, and I'm a little bit of a perfectionist, so I like to have like two of the same thing on either page. I don't know if you can tell, it's kind of mirrored, you know, like.
Yeah, I mean, that creates a lot of balance on your.
Yeah, that's what I like. Pages that are just balanced. So I put the biggest stickers in. I like to cover a little bit of the background with washi tape, and this one, I believe it's from the Washi Tape Shop's collection from the Year of the Tiger.
Yes, I recognize it.
Yeah, which went really great with the theme. And once I have the washi tape and the big stickers down, I just add smaller ones. So I always start from big stickers to smaller ones.
Mm-hmm. And someone asked here, are you using normal glue or roll glue? Can you show us the glue that you use?
Yes. I use this glue tape.
Uh-huh.
And this is from Crafty because it's a Spanish store, so it's easier to ship here. But I think it's available on Amazon.
Yes.
And it's really cheap. It holds a lot of tape. And I prefer to use it because it's really sticky, by the way, but it doesn't create a mess on my desk. That's why I just don't use normal glue sticks or anything like that, because it was just a mess.
Yes.
So I use this thing right here.
Yeah, so they have rolling ones, and I think they also have like dot glue stickers that are sticky on both sides. And this is the one that I have. These two are like, you know, a hard glue stick and liquid glue. But this is kind of a rolling double-sided tape. So.
Yeah, I actually never used that one, the little roll that you have. I would normally just use a glue stick or this one. Mm-hmm. And I also use the pen glue once, but it's kind of liquid glue, so it's not that great, so I didn't like it.
Right. Cool. So what theme should we do today? Did you have something in mind for how to choose our theme and our color scheme?
So I feel like I haven't done green here or warm tones like orange, but I normally always ask for inspiration on the live streams.
So everyone who's watching, listen up. Do you have a question, or do you kind of just ask, you know, what colors should we go with?
I literally just ask that, like, what colors would you like my spread to be? And I just do one because I really enjoy doing monochromatic pages. Like, as you can see, like this one is all black, this one is mostly red. Like, I love doing those types of spreads.
Mm-hmm. I think monochromatic is nice because you don't have to like coordinate a lot of different colors. I think when it gets a little too busy, it can be it'll look a little bit messy.
Yeah, I like monochromatic spreads and envelopes for pen pal letters. That's something that I really love to do. because you can match like different shades of the same color and they will look nice.
Mm-hmm.
So I can actually show you my recent pen pal letter, which is posted nowhere yet, where my biggest inspiration was orange.
Mm-hmm.
And so like the little oranges have small bits of green, and I just used some green stickers as well. This is not a really good example of a monochromatic one, but it's kind of there.
It's gorgeous. It's very like fresh and friendly.
Yeah, that's what I like to do, because even though it has a bunch of stickers, it's really light to the eye. That's my perfect point on my themes. That's what I really love to do.
And you have a sticker there, like another Pantone card. Do you want to show, so what are the custom commissions that you have relating to the Pantone?
Oh, yeah. So I've been doing anime Pantone cards, and I'm opening commissions on Saturday. So if you're watching this live stream, this is just something like not announced yet, but I create these anime cards. This one is for L from Death Note.
Oh,
And basically, yeah.
Very cool. And it's very moody as well, which is amazing. It's so cool that you can capture emotions like that in your art.
Yeah, it's really fun to just put the aesthetic of a character, in this case, into like a collage for them. So this one is for L because he's really like dark and sinister, so I really like him. I did this one for 02. I haven't watched the anime yet, so I just tried to match her colors with the Pantone and stuff and a bunch of stickers.
Mm-hmm.
And I have this one for Isoka, which is from Hunter x Hunter.
Wow.
This is the show that I'm watching right now.
Does anyone know any of these shows? Let us know in the comments. So that opens on Saturday.
Yeah, I'm going to have these ones in stock. I'm going to have some of the other Pantone cards that I did in the past as redos. So if someone wants another Pantone card like this, I can do another one. And I will have like open commissions. So if anyone wants me to do a Pantone card with a specific anime character, I can do that for them.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome. So definitely check that out if you're watching and you're interested.
I'm going to have a video coming out on my channel this Saturday announcing that.
Okay, awesome. And that's at Cat's Planner.
Yeah.
As well. So I've seen a lot of people saying green. It seems lots of great suggestions. Green, black, and white is one that stood out for me. There's pink, green, teal.
I think we can do some green with pink. That's a suggestion that I get a lot, actually. Like mint with pink. But I don't know if I have a lot of stickers like that. I have to check. I mean, stickers I have these two, which kind of match the aesthetic, like doing something like this together.
That looks perfect.
So I'm going to, maybe we can keep it blend theme.
And just want to remind everyone, if you're watching, we have a discount code specifically for our live streams. So if there's anything here you want to grab from the Washi Tape Shop specifically, you can use this code at checkout for 15% off. And it's just a really nice way to support the live streams and let us know that you're coming from these lives. So that's 15% off. And I'm pulling out stuff that I can find that's pink and green. This is, do you have this set? It's by Opal and Fern.
Yes. My washi tapes are organized per color, so
that's amazing.
I have that washi tape right here. I'm going to keep this by my side, so if I want to use it right here. And I have that one right here. Yeah. You can also use this one, which is really beautiful. Oh, I might gonna use this one. I love this one, but I just never seem to use it.
So when, as we start, would you ever start with washi tape, or is that too transparent? I find sometimes I like to start with washi tape, but it's sometimes, like, is it good to start with something that's more opaque?
I actually, yes, opaque, yes, but I normally start with papers if it's for a pen pal letter.
Mm-hmm.
And for my traveler's notebook, I also start with big stickers first. And if I like the layout of them, I put the washi tape behind them, but afterwards.
Right. Yeah,
That
that's
makes sense.
same thing. I've done like washi tape underneath, and it kind of blends into the background.
Yeah, it helps with the structure as well.
And then I'll put a question up here, what theme should we go with? So we've chosen green and pink.
Yes, I thought we could go for a plants one maybe, because your washi tape also match that.
I agree. I have a lot of plant stickers, not too much else. These work.
I have some sakura florals. Yeah, I'm gonna do like a garden sort of thing. I have to check more stickers though, because I don't have a lot of them here.
So I have a lot of frames that I can use. I'm just pulling those out. I don't need to, like, we don't need to do the exact same thing.
Yeah.
I bet I probably won't have as many cool as you do.
I believe that our style is also really different.
Yes, I think so.
Yeah, so even if we try, we have the same theme, but the page is going to be different, pretty much. I'm going to grab some stickers. I have binders and binders of stickers.
Wow.
I'm going to try to see if I can find. I'm going to use pen pens already. I have these ones that are hollow that I just can't use.
Ooh.
They are too gorgeous.
I have a lot of
But I have this sticker sheet with pink confettis. Probably gonna finish it today.
Someone asked, what is the time in your country? So I'm in Canada. So I'm in Toronto time, and it's 10:39 here.
I'm in Portugal, and it's 3:39 p.m. here.
Cool.
Ooh, I have this sticker sheet.
Whoa.
Which is green and pink.
Sorry if I realized I might be close to the microphone here, but that looks beautiful.
I'm gonna use it.
Here, this is my equivalent. I love that you mentioned that you save things up. I got this sticker set. I was really into stickers when I was little, and I got this, I think, when I was like 10 or something, and I'm 22 now. And it's kind of gotten yellow a little bit, but I just couldn't bring myself to use these. They're so cute.
They are really cute. I have that problem, like I collect stickers, but then I just don't use them.
Mm-hmm.
It's really pointless. So I actually try to challenge myself into using the stickers on my traveler's notebook.
Mm-hmm.
Because otherwise I'm just never going to use them.
Yes.
I'm gonna try to grab some ephemera for my box. another thing. I'm grabbing a bunch of stuff and I'm not going to use half of it. But I feel like I need to have everything like in front of me.
Yes, so you have an idea of how things combine.
Yeah, exactly.
I've got an old envelope as well that's slightly yellow. And I'm kind of thinking to start with this. So I'm gonna move it up a little.
Yeah. Also, I don't know if anyone has a better trick to just keep my journal like flat on my table, but what I do is I just use a nail file and I put it here in the middle and it kind of helps to keep it flatter. I don't know if that helps anyone, but it helps me a lot.
Wow. That only really works with the travel journal, right? Travel notebook because of the elastic,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
What I've seen, and I don't have any right now, but I've seen people use like clips or like paper clips.
Yeah, but sometimes if I want to put stickers here, like I can't have the clip there. That's the problem. But I can try to put one here.
Oh, that's cool.
Maybe one.
We have a few more questions. Someone asked, how did you start a YouTube channel?
It was because of a comment. Because before I went to Instagram, I was using this community app called Amino. I don't know if anyone recognizes that app, but it was just a community app, and I was sharing there my bullet journal when I started. And I got 2 comments asking me if I had a YouTube channel, and I said no, but the idea of having a YouTube channel never left my mind after that. So I actually decided to try, and here we are. So it was just because of a comment.
It's a really good thing that you did. I think people like YouTube a lot because they can play it and then follow along on their own time.
Yeah. And with the pandemic, I started doing more real time with my videos because I figured out that people before the pandemic would journal with each other, like physically. And when the pandemic started, they stopped doing that, obviously. So as a replacement, I decided to start recording my bullet journal setups in real time and uploading them in real time.
Mm-hmm. How long ago was that you started?
I started posting on YouTube in 2018. My October Plan With Me video was my first video. So it was in September.
That's funny. I think a lot of people joined YouTube in the journaling community around 2017, 2018. That's when I started as well on my YouTube channel.
Oh, really?
Yeah, 2018 summer.
Yeah, I remember seeing Amanda Rachel Lee at that time doing like some beginner themes, I think you can call that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I remember that there weren't a lot of people posting on YouTube when I started, but there was like, the community was growing there.
When did you start bullet journaling? Was that around the same time or earlier?
No, I started bullet journaling 2017. May 2017 was my first month of journaling because I actually wanted to start in January 2017, but the way I was doing bullet journal didn't work, so I quit and I tried again in May.
That's a common thing that I see a lot as well, like people starting bullet journaling and then stopping. So there's a question here actually. Here, could you please give me a tip for being a better journalist?
So for bullet journal, my tip is to always change layouts and try different things every month, because I think the problem with already made agendas is that you have that same layout for 12 months straight and you can't change it. And in my case, the reason why I was failing sometimes at bullet journaling and it wasn't working was literally because the layouts that I was doing or the questions that I was asking in my bullet journal were not the right ones for me. And I was just doing that because I saw other people doing that, and I thought that it would work for me, but it didn't.
I guess over time you find what works for you better.
Yeah, exactly. It's that thing of constantly trying and trying different things and see what works. Because, for example, for 3 years probably, I did calendars, like the monthly calendar in my bullet journal, and for some reason I just never used them. And I tried different layouts until one day I decided to take them out of my bullet journal, and I just never looked back because I don't need that.
Mm-hmm.
So that taking things out and adding new things really helps.
And what do you do outside of YouTube and being online, Kat?
So I actually have a job.
Wow.
Surprisingly enough, because not a lot of people know that or think that I have a job. I am a communication manager at a bank here in Portugal, so I work with technology and servers and routers.
Wow.
Which is the total opposite of this.
So did you study anything for that? Like, what degree do you need to be a communications manager?
So I did high school, and then I took a certification at Cisco.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if a lot of people are going to know what that is. Older people know, but it's basically that brand of like telephones, those telephones on desks at offices.
Yes. Like
yeah, those types of
wires.
Yeah,
the ancient.
Yeah,
one?
exactly. Yeah. That's the brand. It's kind of Microsoft, but on the other side of the technology spectrum. So I took that certification, and that gave me a job right away. So I never went to college.
And that's like during the week 9 to 5, is it?
No, it's with shifts.
Oh, okay.
So I actually worked yesterday from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. And today and tomorrow I have breaks. And then I have on an 8 to 5 on Friday, and I'm working nights on the weekend.
Wow. How do you find the time to do like the bullet journaling and the pen paling and YouTube as well?
I'm extremely organized.
Yeah.
Actually. But I use my Google Calendar as my time managing app. So I add there every single hour of my day and what I'm going to do. And then on my bullet journal, I just keep on the tasks that I have to do and goals and due dates. So it's a lot of managing.
Yeah, it sounds like a lot of things going on at once, but do you like that? Like having, I guess, a creative outlet and then also having a job where you're, still interacting with people, and is it nice?
That's going to be really hard to answer because my heart is with art and with YouTube and all of this that we are doing, but YouTube is not a job in Portugal, so I can't really do YouTube as a job. Otherwise, I'm literally unemployed.
Right.
So that's why I still have my job at communications. But I like technology. I love it, but I would much better be at creating art and living out of this instead of just having a job to be able to do art as a side hustle, if that makes sense.
Yes. Would you ever, do you ever see yourself doing this as a full-time job?
Only if it's considered a job, because otherwise I literally can't. Because there's no way I can pay bills and survive on this in this country. It's really sad to to talk about this.
I mean, I think it's something that a lot of people have to think about, like when they're creating content for YouTube. It's like, at what point does it become a job, and when is it still a hobby?
Yeah, I had that struggle for a while, actually, because I was seeing the YouTube income and affiliates income being a great income, but that is not a fixed amount of money every month.
Mm-hmm.
So even though one time it was great to receive that would not stick for a lot of months straight. And just the fact that it's not stable, it's scary. Yeah, when people start getting really hyped up because of that, they kind of have to take a step back and see if it's really worth it to just leave your job to do that. And a lot of people do that. A lot of people quit their jobs to start their own businesses. But if that thing fails, you need to take a step back and go back to where you were, and that's really sad.
It's I think it's inspiring though that you're able to do this and maintain it while you still have a full-time job. That's definitely where I'm going to be. It's interesting to talk about this because I'm currently studying in university, but I'm going to graduate in a couple of months, and I'm also taking on a full-time job in marketing in September. So that was kind of something I thought about too. Is it possible, especially now that I'm just graduating, should I take a bit of time and try and build up my YouTube channel or work with the Washi Tape Shop more? But it's definitely tough to find something stable in the creative space.
Yeah, and the problem is that you're going to, even though I assume you like marketing to get a job at that area, but if your passion, it's really your shop and creating art, you're going to just go to your job every day and asking yourself, is this really what I want to do?
Yeah.
And then you're going to get really sad because you maybe think, yeah, I can't leave without my job.
Yeah.
It's just going to be really hard. I sometimes have those problems as well. I want to quit, but I just don't because I can't. But one thing that I actually regret not doing is taking time to relax before getting a job, because I took my certification at Cisco and I got a job right away. So I didn't have that little vacation to just enjoy being on YouTube and creating, freely without having the job schedule on top. That's something that I kind of regret not doing. So you can always take a gap year or something to just work on your shop, and then after that see if it's worth it to go for an actual job.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm really grateful that my job starts in September. So I have the summer. This is going to be my one glorious summer.
Yeah.
Relax before. School is definitely takes a lot out of you. I have 2 midterms tomorrow.
Oh my God.
Someone said, this is an interesting topic. I treat my interest as a hobby so I do not lose my creative juice. It's an interesting one too, because some people who do make their hobby into their job, I've heard one of the challenges with that is that it starts to feel like a chore, even though originally it was a hobby.
Yeah. To be honest, yeah.
I guess especially if you have a posting schedule or something like that you're trying to stick to.
That's the worst part, is that sometimes you have to just slow down a little bit and you feel like you can't. You do these live streams twice a week, right?
Yes.
But once you maybe start your job, that's not going to be possible. And just the thought of knowing that you're going to have to stop with that, it's really sad.
Yes.
I'm not saying that that's going to happen, but with me and my job, it's yeah, I can't do that every week because it's impossible.
Yeah, that makes sense. So once you choose your color scheme and the theme, and I guess you start with the larger elements and you work your way up. What else would you?
So yeah, here I started with 2 ephemera pieces. And I then added the washi tape because I just wanted some pink here. Then I added this big sticker, and now I'm working towards the smaller stickers to put on top, to then put something a little bit heavier on top of that. But I'm actually, usually pretty scared to glue things down.
Have you glued anything down yet or no?
Yeah, all of this is stuck to the page already.
Okay. Here I'm reusing some of the negative space on some stickers I had. What inspired you, I guess, and like what's your inspiration for most of your spreads?
My spreads in my traveler's notebook, it's just literally putting stickers down. I don't have a lot of inspiration per se, predetermined to make these pages.
It's more so just the stickers themselves, maybe that can be a source of inspiration.
Yeah. Normally it's like I see a sticker that I want to use and then I see another thing and I start putting together, and sometimes just the essence of that sticker helps to create the page.
Let me know when you're ready to flip the camera around and we can take a few more questions.
Yeah, I'm going to just glue this down and we can do that.
I'm trying to figure out where to put this dot, if anyone has any suggestions. Maybe somewhere in this area.
Yeah, if you put the other dot on one page, you have to put the other dot on the other page.
Exactly, yes.
So it's everything is balanced.
I think I'll go with here.
Also, you're working with the A5 notebook, right?
Yes.
Do you think it's more challenging than working with a notebook that it's this size?
Maybe there's just more to fill in. So I probably will have more like white space than you do.
Yeah. The reason why I like this size of traveler's notebook is because all the stickers look huge, so they take a lot of space. And it feels like I don't need to put a lot of stuff on the page.
Yes, I definitely feel like I'm not sure what else to put on my page.
Yeah, right. I'm debating if I use these stickers or not, because if I do that, I would have to use the whole sticker sheet, and I'm kind of scared.
Why do you have to use the whole sticker sheet?
I mean, I don't. But I don't know, I always feel like I have to. They're probably not going to all fit in here.
Yeah,
I have that problem that, like, if I only use like 2 or 3, then half of the sticker sheet isn't like, I need to use the other rest of the sticker sheet, but I just never know where to use the rest of the stickers, if that makes sense. So I always feel like I have to use the whole shit for whatever I'm doing right now.
Do you always do that? Like you finish an entire sheet of paper? Stickers?
Yeah, normally, yeah. So for this pen pal letter, I used all of the stickers from this sticker sheet. So it's like all the oranges are the same sticker sheet and they are all in here. Because I feel like then I will have bits of stickers in sticker sheets that will not fit with the other stickers that I have. So right. I feel like it's a sticker sheet per page kind of thing.
You could have, I mean, if you use just one sticker, you're left with almost all of the page for another spread. You could do kind of
like... Yeah, but I normally never use just one sticker. I use like 2 or 3. I don't know, it's a lot of perfectionism on my part. But I might use them. I might use 1 or 2 for this page. I also do that with leftover stickers. I take them out of the sticker sheet and I send the stickers that I'm not going to use to my pen pals in transparent paper. The, what's the name? Acetate paper.
Oh, yeah. Acetate?
I take stickers out. Yeah. I take the stickers out of sticker sheets that I'm just not going to use, and I send them to my pen pals so they can use them if they want.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to flip the camera around if that's okay. And
yeah.
Just see if there are any final questions. Hi everyone, thanks for joining us. So today, although I don't have a travel, we did some journaling in a traveler's notebook with Kat from Kat's Planners, or Kat's Planner. And where else can people find you, Kat, if they want more stuff like this and some of your pen paling things?
So mostly on YouTube with Kat's Planner. I'm also on TikTok right now, posting a lot of small bits of content. And on Pinterest, I normally repost everything from my other social media on Pinterest. So if people don't have TikTok or Instagram, they can see all of my artwork on Pinterest. And I think that's about it. I think it's TikTok, Pinterest, Instagram, and YouTube.
Awesome. So definitely check out Kat and all of the work that she does, and join us again on Sunday for our live streams. Again, don't forget we have a discount code, so if there are any things here that you want to grab from the Washi Tape Shop, it's live15, and it's specifically for you watching as a thank you for joining us and crafting with us. And also it's a great way to support the live streams that we do on Sundays and Wednesdays. And I think that's about it. We will, Kat, I'll message you afterwards. We can get some photos, and we're going to share everything and some links as well to Kat's pages on our stories right after this. I'm going to see, maybe let's do one last question from the question box here. Okay, this is a great one for pen paling. So how do you make a pen pal friend? Do you have any recommendations on websites, pages, etc.?
I never used the website for getting my pen pal friends because because I normally just take pen pals from my subscribers and followers here on Instagram. But I actually have a post on my Instagram that I think if you want, you can share on your stories after this,
yeah.
Which is like a post where people can find pen pals in the comments. Yeah, and they introduce themselves a little bit. They can talk about like their age and what they like and all that stuff, and then people just message them. And it has been a great way for people to find pen pals that follow my account and that have like the same interests. So that's what I use. But I know that some websites help finding pen pals, although I think it's easier to find pen pals in big creators' pages. So you at least have something in common already.
Okay, awesome. So definitely social media is a great place you can get in touch with people. So we'll share that post. I think that's a really great resource for anyone who's interested in.
Yeah, or asking on stories if anyone wants to pen pal with you. It's also a really great way to do that, because you might have people that do pen pals in your following, and they can message you. You can pen pal with them.
Awesome. Okay, and a little question here is: are you BTS? Are you a BTS army?
No.
No?
So I try to listen to K-pop. I like BTS songs, but I'm not really into K-pop. So I would not consider myself a BTS army, but I have to admit they have great songs. I listen to them every so often, but I'm just not a huge fan. That's a question that I get all the time, actually. I don't know why.
I would know, yeah. And all right, so make sure to check out on Saturday as well. Kat's opening up the commissions for those Pantone based drawings, and check out her Instagram and YouTube channel at Kat's Planner, and Pinterest as well. And thank you so much for being here, Kat. That was so much fun, and I learned a lot about your style and pen paling as well, which is a super cool idea that I've never personally tried, but I love the way that you decorate yours.
Thank you.
All right, see you everyone. Thanks for joining us this Wednesday.
Thank you for having me.
Bye.
Bye.
Good morning, everyone. We are continuing with part 2 of our live stream with Kat today. The invite. So we are continuing with the creative journaling in a traveler's notebook with Kat from Kat's Planner. And I'll show you what we've added. We've added a few small elements. So I did the butterflies and some of these flowers. And then I have these little dots. They're actually 3D, if you can see, which is really cool. They're really good for card making and crafting and things like that. So we're going to finish that off. I was thinking of adding a quote to mine somewhere. So if you have any quote suggestions, let me know. I'm trying to think of what's a good one to add on to here. And I'm going to invite Kat in just a moment to join as well. And in the meantime, what time is it where you all are? It's 10 a.m. for me here, and for Kat, it's 3 o'clock p.m. We're all around the world here. So I'm still drinking my coffee right now, and we will we'll get started in just a bit. Oh, and also, if you have any questions for Kat, leave it in the comment box down here. She'll answer them throughout the live stream today. 4:05 p.m., 9 a.m. in Mexico, 8 a.m. It's a fun way to start our Sundays here on doing some crafting with the live streams. Hey, Kat.
Hi.
So we actually went live on Wednesday together. If you missed that live stream, we started off a creative journaling spread in a traveler's notebook. So Kat's actually the one with the traveler's notebook. Mine is just a regular A5, I believe, craft paper notebook. And Kat is a YouTuber. She also has an Instagram page, and she does pen paling, bullet journaling, creative journaling, and scrapbooking. And she just opened commissions for some anime cards as well. So if you're interested in that, I'll show you what that looks like. And if you have any questions about any of those things, pen paling, bullet journaling, creative journaling, leave them in the comment box for her to answer. Actually, in the question box is a little bit better so we don't miss it. And we will get started finishing up some of these elements now. How's your day going, by the way, Kat?
I'm a bit tired because I'm working the night shift. So I just slept 4 hours, and then when the life is over, I'm going to take another nap to work at night again.
When does your start?
My shift starts at 11 p.m. and ends at 7 a.m.
Wow. That's flipped completely. Is it hard to sleep during the day?
A little bit. I normally sleep from 8 a.m. to 12. It's kind of like a little nap. And then I just sleep from around 5 to 9 or 6 to 10. But I take some sleeping gummies to just help me sleep, because if I don't sleep in the afternoon, it's going to be an awful night. Because normally the night shift is really boring because nothing happens, but we have to work there. So yeah, it's a bit hard to do the night shift, and sleeping in the morning throughout the day, it's hard in the summer because of the heat and the noise and everything. But during the winter, it's pretty calm, especially if it rains. It's the best thing.
That's a good reason to enjoy the rain. You can just like hunker up and cuddle in bed.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna flip the camera around. We can get started with the elements and like adding the finishing touches. So again, leave any questions you have in the question box. And this is Kat from Kat's Planner if you want to check out her Instagram or her YouTube channel. So it's just Kat's Planner. All right, I'll flip the camera around. There we go. Was anyone here on Wednesday? Was anyone who is watching now also in our live stream on Wednesday? Did anyone see the first part of our creative journaling? let us know in the comments. And actually, even better, is anybody doing this with us or doing journaling at the same time? I guess it doesn't have to be like this pink and green spread, but is anyone journaling with us this Sunday? Whether it's morning or afternoon or whatever time it is where you are.
Oh, I saw a comment saying yes. Oh.
Yes.
I don't know why on TikTok the footage is all blurry, but here is not.
Yeah, it looks
I don't know what it is. I don't know why.
Ooh, I like someone mentioned that they'll be grabbing their journal after their coffee is ready. This is like my ritual every Sunday and Wednesday. So we do these live streams every Sunday and Wednesday, and Kat was really nice to come on the live streams twice. We really appreciate it. And every single time I've got a ready. I drink it with.
I kind of miss having a routine because my job with shifts, like I'm doing nights today, but next week I'm also going to do nights. But 2 weeks from now I'm working from like 8 to 5, so I can't come up with a schedule. I can't keep up with it.
What do you have like a routine when you wake up? I know it's not the same time every time, but do you do something, I don't know, like a yoga or meditation or something like that?
When I work the night shift, when I wake up and get ready to work the night shift, I normally just try to stay awake as much as I can. So yoga and meditation, it's not an option because that makes me sleepy. But I'm going to expose myself. When I go to my workplace, I normally just sing in the car, and that helps a lot to keep me awake.
Huh, that's cool. What do you sing?
Oh my God. I mostly sing like rock music or like alternative rock music. That's normally what I like to listen to because it's really energetic.
That's cool.
And in the car, no one is listening to me, so I just can be myself, you know? I'm actually terrified of singing in front of other people, so I just like to sing in the car. It makes me feel really alive, actually.
I know what you mean. About in the car by yourself.
Yeah, it's one of the best things. Like, I like working from home, but I kind of miss not doing my concerts in the car when I go to work and when I come home.
Mm-hmm. It's funny because I think things like singing and dancing are kind of underappreciated as another form of meditation or like getting your energy. People often say to meditate and to work out and to sleep, but having like a little dancing session, like putting on some music and dancing or singing, I think is really good for the same purpose.
Yeah, I do that all the time. Like sometimes I'm scrolling on TikTok and I find someone dancing and I just need to stop whatever I'm doing and try to recreate the dance, which causes a problem because I get distracted. But I also love to dance, actually. I play a lot of Just Dance on my Switch.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that's so funny to just dance it out. I really like it.
I'm gonna have to look up what quote I'm gonna do. Does anybody have any suggestions for a quote that would go well here? Maybe a couple, because I think Kat was thinking of doing one too. Let me know. I'll look it up on my computer in front of me. And Kat, there's a few questions for you. So if it's okay, I'm gonna ask you these from here.
Yes.
Okay, here's a good one to start us off. So number one is, can you save the live as an IGTV? So we save all of the lives to IGTV. You can actually watch part 1 of this live stream already. It's on IGTV on the Washi Tape Shop. And on YouTube, we're also going to post it. For this one in particular, because Kat and I did 2 parts, we're going to combine those into one YouTube video. So we'll post it just a few hours after we're done here today. And then number 2 for you, Kat, what's your best tip for a beginner?
In creative journaling, I'm assuming, maybe?
Yeah, let's go with that, I think.
As a beginner, I would recommend you getting a lot of stationery that you enjoy and that you are not afraid of using. I think that having, how do I say this? Being like not afraid of using stationery and just do whatever it comes to mind, I think it's one of my best tips. Because I feel like I'm really afraid of using stickers, and like I'm using this sticker sheet right now and I'm trying to place everything carefully so I just don't rip anything or nothing goes to waste. And one of my other tips is for creative journaling, is probably to just do stuff without thinking about posting it anywhere.
That's a good one. That's actually really like meaningful for other things too. So I started blogging when I was 9. It wasn't really, you know, I say blogging with quotes, but I was posting stuff online, and for the first 10 years, 9 years, no one really saw it except my parents and maybe 1 or 2 friends. And I think having something like that you do as either as a hobby or to improve yourself, like I was actively by blogging and posting these things without really wanting anyone in particular to read them. I was practicing how to get better at writing, get better at like designing. I was learning how to use WordPress, which is a really good skill as well. And I think that's really meaningful to do things without necessarily expecting someone to appreciate it or to read it even.
Yeah, exactly. I think that when I sit down, for example, when I do a pen pal with me video, I always have the pressure of doing a great envelope and a great collage because it's for the video and I'm filming it. But when sometimes it's late at night and I do a pen pal envelope, it just turns out better than the one that I did for the video because I didn't have the pressure of doing this envelope pretty enough for Instagram. I still post it and I take pictures of it and I know that I'm probably going to post it, but I don't have that pressure of you have to do this beautiful enough to show other people, if that makes sense. Yes. And I actually think that's a creativity killer in some aspects because you have that pressure of it has to come out great, and it really doesn't. But yeah, I think it's kind of toxic that we think that way nowadays.
Yeah, we need to have people watching at all times almost.
Yeah.
What hobbies does everyone have who's watching? Like, is anyone else here a blogger, or what kind of hobbies do you do completely on your own for yourself? We can get inspired. And I'll see, we have a few more questions in here. Oh, here's a good one, Kat, for you. And we'll share the link again, I suppose. Someone asked, where do you subscribe for pen paling and how is it? I would like to do it.
Oh, I think we answered that on the other live, kind of. So you don't really subscribe for pen paling. You just ask people online if they want to pen pal with you. At least that's what I did. Depending on your following, of course, it can be hard to ask your followers to be pen pals with you. But there's a lot of posts online, and I have one on my account where you just comment things about yourself, and other people can DM you. So you can be pen pals together, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
And there are a lot of websites that help with that. Like you can meet pen pals through website of pen paling, but I don't know how legit that is. And you're going to talk to a complete stranger. And I think that if you are already following each other on Instagram, it's already a step done, in my opinion.
Yeah, the way that I found the post that I'm talking about, by the way, if you visit any of her YouTube videos about pen paling, she has a link to her Instagram post in the description. And it's just
because that has been helping people a lot, which is amazing because not a lot of people know how to start pen paling with other people on Instagram, or they are shy and stuff. But if you just comment your interests and your age and name and stuff, then people just can DM you and you can start being pen pals like that.
Yeah. I think it's a great resource for post.
Yeah.
4 pen pals through the bullet journaling community. We became friends first, then pen pals after. Be safe out there and find someone you trust. It's a great tip.
Exactly. If you follow someone that already does pen paling and they have other pen pal Instagram, it's great to DM them if they are interested in pen paling with you, because at least you have some sort of validation that they are legit. At least in my opinion, of course.
Mm-hmm.
And if you can, don't be the first one to send a letter.
Why is that?
Because, like, I don't want to put any negativity out there, but sometimes when people DM me to, at least last year when I had my pen pals open, they would DM me like, I want to be your pen pal, but you have to send me your letter first. And I was like, why do I have to send you my letter first if you're the one DMing me? And I always felt like it's because I have stationery and people, I don't want to be negative about this, but I feel like sometimes people just DM others to be their pen pals for their stationery.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I was never the first to send a letter, because I've always felt afraid of that. Like, you send a letter and then you don't know if they received it, if they're going to send one back, and you kind of got scammed a little bit.
Yeah,
Maybe I'm overthinking it, but I don't like to think about that.
that's sad. I can see that happening for sure.
Yeah.
So I'm looking for a quote. I'm thinking to do something spring related, but there's some great suggestions here as well. A few people suggested she believes she could, so she did.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen that one before and it's really nice. And I think there was one more further up. And that's actually, you mentioned one of your tips was to purchase or to get lots of different stationery that you like. And I guess that's kind of similar when people start working out, they say to get nice workout clothes and things like that. But if you want to get started without, spending loads of money, there's lots of things you can do as well to create stationery for yourself. So for ephemera, which is like the larger elements that you can start as the base for your spread, you can use old magazines, or you can cut things out of envelopes, stuff like that. And then, do you want to share what that is, Kat, that you printed out there? I think that's a fantastic tip. And also, I'm doing the same thing, but I'm writing it by hand. Like, what is that quote page?
Oh, so I've seen a lot of quote sticker sheets online, but they either are just like in different fonts or in a different style, or they don't have like the quotes that I would use. So I just searched quotes online on Pinterest and I did my own sticker sheet with quotes. And I just did this in Microsoft Word. I just put the quotes in black and white rectangles. And I just printed them in sticker paper. And now I'm just cutting them out with an X-Acto knife because I don't have a Cricut or anything. And it's a cheaper way to get quote sticker sheets without spending a lot of money on actual quote sticker sheets. And you can print these like multiple times and change the colors and everything and the quotes. I think it's much more customizable in this way instead of purchasing quote sticker sheets. I would recommend you do that for supporting small businesses, but you know, if no one fits your needs, you make your own. That's what I do.
Yes, for sure. And if you're just getting started, like you don't need to like break the bank and buy everything else.
Yeah, exactly. I'm a huge fan of DIY stationery. Like you can make design ephemera with like different patterns and stuff with stamps and your pens and paper. I make my own tissue paper to wrap on pen pals, my pen pal letters. I make my own tissue paper with stamps and parchment paper, and it's much affordable than to just buy or print tissue paper. That's one of the examples.
Another one was with stamps. If you don't have all kinds of stickers, a really good one is for frames. If you want something like this is a vintage label from the Washi Tape Shop. But if you want to make your own and you have a vintage frame stamp, you could always stamp it on a paper and then cut it out and glue it in. And same with one of my like top essential supplies are these fine liners that are made of, they've got India ink, so they're waterproof. And they're the same as the Micron. So this is Faber-Castell, the brand. And these are really cool. You can always draw things. You know, you don't necessarily need to have the stationery of a flower or the sticker. You can draw it into.
Yeah.
I'm trying to go for a very thin cursive looking script. A lot of questions here, Kat, about whether you can do a BTS theme journaling. So I'll put that.
Oh my god. We always have BTS related questions. It's the second one. So I never did let me show you. So I'm trying to listen to K-pop now because I've received a bunch of followers that are BTS armies and fan of K-pop. So I'm trying to listen to K-pop again. I've never done a BTS theme anywhere, but I did a BT21 pen pal theme on my channel because I actually find the characters really cute, even though at the time I was listening to BTS, but you know, I'm not a huge K-pop fan yet. So I did a BT21 pen pal theme, and then for a couple of months I had this anime journal. You're not going to be able to see a lot of it because it's really big, and I'm just doing pages with my favorite characters. And it actually started as a K-pop journaling. So I have here the bands that I was listening to, the K-pop bands, and I have here BTS. So that is the closest thing that I did.
What sort of song? Like, I've never listened to K-pop. Like, what's a good song to start with to really get someone hooked?
I hope the comments can answer that because I truly don't know. I normally just go for TikTok dances because actually K-pop choreographies are amazing. And there are a bunch of K-pop dances on Just Dance. And the reason why I kind of listen to K-pop, it's because of that, of the choreographies. But I don't know, like I like Butter from BTS and Dynamite. I actually don't really know any other ones, but those are kind of old. I haven't listened to BTS recently. Mm-hmm. But I asked on my stories K-pop song suggestions, so I'm going to listen to those today while at work, just to see if I can like K-pop again, because it's not 100% my style, unfortunately.
I'll give those a try. So Dynamite and Butter.
Yeah, there are other ones. I don't know what other, like EXO, I think it's a K-pop band. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but I like their songs. BTS, 17, I think. Lisa from Blackpink. Her solo songs are really nice. And the choreographies are also amazing. But again, I don't listen to a lot of K-pop, so I don't really know the best things to listen to.
Mm-hmm. I've seen the choreography, and it is incredible. How insane.
Yeah.
I finished writing my quote. I'll read it out in case you guys can't see it. It's a quote by Hamiet and Jacobs. I'm not sure. I found it on Google Images, so I'm not sure if she has an Instagram or something like that. And it goes, "The beautiful spring came, and when her nature resumes her loveliness, the human soul is apt to revive." And it's actually to revive also, but I ran out of space. So that's...
Oh, that's nice. I just added one smaller here that says Bloom with Grace. But this page is missing something. I need something darker here, I think, because it's missing something here. I don't know what.
Does anyone have any suggestions? And also someone else suggested Polaroid Love by N hyphen.
Yeah. I used one of those songs for one of my anime card reels, and it's really nice. Like, the song is really... It's a bop. It's really cute. It's a really song, actually. So, see, I don't really listen to K-pop, but then some songs just really stand out to me. That's why I want to give it another shot.
Mm-hmm. My challenge now... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was just saying that someone suggested another quote here. I mean, I don't know if it's here, but I was also thinking about adding another quote, but I don't know if it makes sense. I don't know.
Maybe like some black element as well. Do you have any washi tapes or stickers that are sort of like this?
Maybe, but I don't think I want to add black elements except for the quotes, if that makes sense.
Yes.
I feel like this piece could have been more darker. But yeah, it's kind of late for that. So I would either take out this quote and do like a 2-line quote from one of the things that I have here. I don't think I have any flower-related or leaf-related quotes.
Should I do it? I'm gonna cut this in a few sections and have 1, 2, 3, 4. But
yes, go for it. Go for it. Don't think too much about it, or else you're not going to do it.
Okay. That's good. Someone else suggested what floral or leaf stamp with black ink on the white area. Maybe actually a stamp is a good idea. I don't know if you have something that
I'm going to try the 2 quotes, and if that doesn't work, I will move on to stamps, because stamps are scary to use because they're not going to come off. So I normally leave that to the last option. I forgot the quote I was going to use. Oh, I'm probably going to use this one because it's kind of small. I mean, not really. It says middle of adventure, such a perfect place to start. It's a lyric from 505 Arctic Monkeys. This one I know the lyric of. The other one I didn't.
That's a really cool quote. I like it.
They have a lot of good lyrics for quotes. I like to listen to them and just take notes of their lyrics to use here. I think like half of this page, 4 or 5 quotes on this page is from Arctic Monkeys lyrics.
I really like the lyrics in Coldplay song as well. That's one of my favorite bands.
I don't really listen to Coldplay. I normally just listen to rock and alternative rock, so Coldplay, Imagine Dragons, and stuff like that. Just I don't know any lyrics from their songs.
I also surprisingly got in the past like 4 years or so. All I listen to when I'm working, like I can't listen to anything else, is EDM music, usually tropical house, but kind of like remixes of classic, of, older songs. So
yeah.
Tiesto, Marshmello. Happy birthday. It's someone's birthday today.
Oh, happy birthday. Actually, have you ever done like a birthday page in your journal?
Yes, I did. It's actually, I have one in this notebook, but I used some photos from my birthday. So I kind of did it like a photo scrapbook. But I've never, I think that's the only one I've ever done besides like birthday cards for other people. What about you?
Oh, yeah. I've never done birthday cards for other people, actually. I'm not really good at that. But last year I did a page with pictures for my birthday, just to kind of keep memories of it, because I always forget to take pictures.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to just kind of do that. Okay, I think I kind of fixed the page, but it's still missing something. Let's see.
Also, someone asked rock themed.
What? Sorry?
Have you ever done anything rock themed?
No. The closer to that I did was a grunge aesthetic theme in my bullet journal. So a lot of black and heavy writing, I would say. Kind of like how my personal aesthetic is, but in a bullet journal theme format.
Mm-hmm.
I actually don't journal a lot about music. I normally just journal about anime.
I'm going to see what other questions we have in. Someone asked, if you are starting a crafty journal, what supplies do you need? So it's kind of an extension of what we were talking about earlier of how do you get started, which is to have, get some supplies together, make your own. But which ones would you need? What are the essentials?
So if you're just starting, like you mentioned earlier, I wouldn't suggest getting anything, but just try with the things that you have at home. So magazines, newspaper, loose papers, origami papers if you have, some pens. You can do your own washi tape designs with markers, which is really fun. I would also suggest to print your own stickers at home to just try it out instead of buying them.
It's also
and a journal, obviously.
Sorry, I was going to say, you said to print your own stickers and like find your own supplies. That's also a really good way to find what you like before you commit to like a set or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. Because even though you can go on AliExpress and buy a lot of stationery for really cheap, I think giving it a shot with DIY stationery, it's a much better way to start it. Because I'm not a fan of having a lot of stuff, so I always work with what I have, and if I actually need something, I get it, if that makes sense. And I think that for someone who is just starting out, that's what they should do.
Mm-hmm. And markers, things like, would you recommend starting with some good markers?
Oh, no. If you have markers at home, use those. If not, just go to your dollar store and get some markers. Actually, like my first bullet journal setups, I used markers from the dollar store. And then when I needed better ones, I got Crayola Super Tips, which are not that expensive, but are better. And then when I was really committed to bullet journal, that's when I moved to Dumbos, because they're a lot more expensive. So I kind of like to work my way up the prices. So I start with something really cheap, and then if I want to step up my game, I go to the next expensive thing, if that makes sense.
Yeah. What's the next most expensive after Tombow? Or is that the peak of the mountain there?
For me, it's the peak because I love Tombow Dual Brush pens, the water-based ones. I know that they have alcohol ones now, but I don't use alcohol markers. But I think that if I would buy more pens, I would get the Karin ones. I think that's the name. They are really fancy, and I've seen calligraphy videos of them, and they are just beautiful. So if I really wanted to step up my game, I would get those, but I don't really need more pens, so I'm just going to stick with Tombow Dual Brush pens.
Mm-hmm. Oh, on the same note with supplies, I didn't mention this yet on this Instagram live, but we have a discount code. So if you're watching our live stream and you do want to grab anything from the Washi Tape Shop, we have a discount code for live15, and that's 15% off at checkout. And that's actually our highest discount code. So it's the best deal if you want to grab anything. And it's a thank you for watching and for crafting with us, and it's also a way to support the live streams themselves, or to let us know that you came from here. I also, with which supplies to start, like if you're starting a crafty journal, with bullet journaling especially, a lot of people ask me where to get like bullet journals, and there isn't really a specific bullet journal. It's just any notebook that you like is good enough for a bullet journal. So when I first started, the first two that I had were just a lined notebook from chapters, and it didn't have dots or anything in it. So you don't need to go fancy with the notebook itself either, I think.
I also think that if we are going to get those fancy notebooks with really thick pages, it's going to be extremely scary to use them because they feel super fancy, in my opinion. So when I also started bullet journaling, I started with, I think my first bullet journal was a dotted one, but it was a really cheap one because I wasn't sure if I was going to like it or not. So always start with the basic thing, the most basic thing you have at home, and then if you actually need a more expensive thing, buy that. But don't buy the most expensive thing right away.
Yeah. Good tip.
Because like this Traveler's Notebook, this one is the passport-sized one, but there are little notebooks at the dollar store that are kind of this size, but they are not dotted. So if someone wants to start journaling on this size notebook, they can get one of those and try them out. And if the size doesn't work for them, they can try other sizes from the dollar store. At least that's what I would do if I didn't have this one.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. How do you make your pages more pretty?
That's hard to answer.
I think the color scheme, we talked about this last time a little bit, but starting with the color scheme, I always say this, like choose your color scheme first, because that really is what makes things come together. Like if I were to add this washi tape anywhere here, it would create a lot of, it would kind of throw off the balance, I think, of the thread. So that's what
and I always start with the bigger elements first on the page. So let's say we're going to do this live from scratch again. I would grab bigger elements, so big stickers, big ephemera, and some washi tape, and I would display them on the page and see if they would look great. If I was happy, I would stick them out on the page, and then I would add smaller elements on top. But keep in mind that not every page that I do or that you are going to do is going to look pretty, because that's natural. So yeah, I would just add stuff, and when I like it, I would stop adding things to it. But that's just how I do, I guess.
Are you almost gonna stop adding things now? What stage are you at? Because I'm not sure what I'm gonna add anymore, if I'm done or not. I have trouble figuring out when I'm done, because you could always add more.
Yeah, I'm just adding some confetti stickers, but to be honest, I don't know if they're going to make any difference here. But I just wanted to add something to the white spaces.
Mm-hmm.
But to be honest, I think I'm done. I mean, I have 3 confetti stickers here and 2 here, but I think I'm going to, I mean, I don't know if I can leave it like that.
I think it looks really nice.
I'm going to add another one here so it's balanced. Okay,
Like
now I'm done.
holographic.
What, sorry?
Your confetti stickers were holographic, right?
Not these ones. These are just paper stickers.
Okay.
These are not holographic. The other ones from the other page are, but I got them from a pen pal, so I don't know where they are from. I don't know if you're going to be able to see the... I don't think you will. Can you? No, you can't.
When you put it in the sunlight, yes. A little bit.
Let me see. It's kind of hard. I don't have a lot of sun here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. There you go.
It's really cool. It reminds me of like the nail polish that looks different when you...
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I love that type of nail polish.
Well, Kat, do you want to go around and take a few more questions?
Yeah, sure. Let me just clean my desk a little bit.
I think I'm done. I think it turned out the color scheme that we chose. And if you are just joining now, the entire live stream is going to be on YouTube. We're going to put together part 1 and part 2 so you can watch them all together. It's probably going to be a bit of a long one. And also they're available on Instagram TV, like IGTV, if you want to watch it on the Washi Tape Shop's page.
I'm having trouble changing the camera. I don't know why.
There's under where your face is or where your screen is, there should be like a little rotate looking icon.
Yeah, but I don't have it.
Oh.
I'm going to leave and I'm going to request to join again.
Sure.
Is that okay?
Yes, of course. And let us know if you have any other questions for Kat. We're going to take a few last questions now. Oh, perfect.
Yeah, now it appears the little rotate thing and the effects thing, but I didn't have it earlier.
Yes. Sometimes they even just glitch and it doesn't appear at all, so.
Yeah.
Okay. A few more questions here. One really cool one is, who inspired you? This was from our story question box.
So for journaling, bullet journaling was My Life in a Bullet, Christina. She's not posting bullet journal spreads anymore, unfortunately, but she was one of the bigger inspirations because she does really minimal spreads. And actually, nowadays, when I'm overwhelmed with themes and pages and everything, I just go to her page and I watch her bullet journal setups and I remind myself that minimalist spreads are equally as beautiful as the ones full of color and the layouts and everything. She's one of the people that inspired me. For showing my face on camera and being confident was actually Catnip. I don't know if you watch Catnip.
No.
Her name is Catherine, and she is an amazing creator, and I've always loved how she presented herself online. So I was like, okay, if she can do it, I can also do it. So she was really my inspiration. For pen paling, I think it was Pen Pal Cat here on Instagram, I think. Yeah, and for creative journaling, it was Sarika Studio. She's also like a really creative person and a minimal, like, she really inspires me because she does a lot of minimal spreads. Yeah, I'm really inspired for people that do minimal things but are able to make them look pretty at the same time.
I really like My Life in a Bullet as well. She has really nice videos. And I think Sarika's studio, we have a washi tape set that she designed as well.
Yeah, I love her washi tapes.
Yeah.
Your washi tapes. Your washi tapes.
Oh, yes. From the washi tape.
Yeah.
I also, something you said just stuck with me. You said that watching Catnip's videos, and by the way, I just Googled Catnip and definitely didn't, her YouTube channel didn't pop up.
It's Catnip with a K. It's not with a C. And I think it has two P's at the end.
I have lots of pictures of cat and catnip instead. So it's funny when you search for something, but Google doesn't read your mind. So, and anyways, you said that watching her videos made you think that if she can do it, I can do it as well. And I think that's one of the beautiful things about social media and like YouTube in general. There are so many different niches and talents and skills that you can learn yourself, and then also it's inspiring to see someone else who might live in like the same town as you who's also doing these things and putting themselves out there. And I think that's really inspiring to give you the confidence to do it too.
Yeah, for sure. And I think that a lot of creators that are small, they don't try things out and they don't put themselves out there with a lot of fear of failing. But we all failed, and that's why we're here. So, I actually was talking about this with one of my members on Vibely. She wanted to post pictures of her makeup looks and bullet journal, but her family was just not like supporting her. And I was like, if I didn't post my pictures online, I wouldn't be here today. So, like, just post it. You're going to miss out if you don't put yourself out there and if you just post things just because. Even if you think no one is watching, there's always someone watching, and no one is going to criticize you. So that's what's really amazing about the bullet journaling and pen paling community. Everyone supports each other. It's really great.
Yeah, and lots of inspiration everywhere you look too. And that what we were talking about with just even if you know, you're not really getting anything in return. The act of creating, like whether it's writing a blog post or creating art, there's a lot you gain from that yourself. It's almost like working on yourself, developing a portfolio as well. For me personally, having a blog has improved my writing ability, which then translates to when I'm writing essays for school, or even when I'm in the workplace and I can write a little bit better and communicate better. So those are all skills that you can develop even if no one's really appreciating it or you're not getting anything directly in return.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's see. Where this is a little bit of an extension of what we were talking about earlier, so we can probably answer it a little quicker, but where do you get cheap but good quality supplies like markers that don't bleed? So you mentioned Crayola. It's a good...
Yeah, Crayola super tips, they don't bleed through on very thick paper, obviously, but for example, on the Livestream notebooks, they only bleed through a little bit if you press really hard on it. But I would go for that, to be honest. Like if you're searching for cheap markers, I would go for Crayola because they are not that expensive and they are amazing. They're like the baby version of Tombos. And I would suggest going on AliExpress if you don't want to spend a lot of money on like big shops. Only because like if you're just starting out, just save some money for later, in my opinion. I mean, that's what I did. I started with everything from the dollar store. And I didn't even have watercolors back then. I was using markers and water separately, and I was just doing watercolors out of that. So yeah, where to get good supplies, I think AliExpress maybe to save some money first.
And some of the cheaper brands, I guess. Crayola is also just very affordable in general. So you can, Crayola is a good way to have lots of, like to try lots of different colors and styles of supplies. But if you know that you really like blue, for example, you can always get just one blue Tombow, and it's cheaper than getting it in a set. So.
Yeah, but Tombos are like next level, so I wouldn't go for those if you're just starting out. Because then it's an obsession. You see that they are good and you want more. My advice is to just go slow on that, because Tombos are really addicting.
Just a question, a few people were asking, how can I buy products in various places? So if you're asking for the Washi Tape Shop, ship to most, so just send us a and if you DM as well, we'll act on that. But for other places, your local craft stores might have some of these supplies. Kat was saying that in Portugal, they have more origami paper and less like washi tapes and things like that. So online shops are a good place for that. I think Kat's frozen. Is she frozen for you guys as well? Oh, okay. Well, I'll let her join again, and let's see if there are any other questions here. How can you easily peel pet tape? I struggle with it. I wonder, do you mean washi tape? And if so, with the backing, it can be a little bit challenging to peel, but it's also nice because then you can cut out different shapes, which is really helpful. Yes, and now gone. I know. We'll see. Maybe she's just having internet connection challenges. So yeah, with the backing, I like to edge and peel it. Oh, hey.
Sorry.
All good. It's sad that you left.
Yeah, I had to change tripods and I think it messed it up a little bit. Sorry.
It's all good. Glad you're back though. So someone just asked how to peel pet tape. I think they meant washi tape. So I was just gonna say that when you peel it off the first time, it comes off fairly easily and you can get the backing off like that. And then if you've ripped it, you're trying to peel the backing off edge and just sort of gently peel off the sticky.
Did they mention PET washi tape?
You easily peel PET tape. Do you know what that
Yeah.
is?
Yeah, it's, I don't think the Washi Tape Shop has any of that type of washi tape, actually.
No, I don't know what, I assumed they meant washi tape.
No, it's washi tape, but it's like plastic.
Oh, okay.
And I don't think you have any of them. This one is from Notebook Therapy, actually, because I don't think you sell any of those, actually. But it's this type of plastic. It's transparent.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. And you just, it's transparent and it's plastic and it's really sticky.
Mm-hmm.
So I wouldn't, you cannot cut it out by hand, which you can only cut it with scissors and it gets stuck everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I cut it with scissors, but yeah, I don't think you have any designs with PET tape. But it's really nice because on the paper, it literally looks like stickers, but it's a tape. So it's really versatile. I really like it. But it sometimes can be hard to use.
That's very cool. I've never heard of it even, but that's if I'll take that back to the team if that's something you guys would be interested in. It looks very cool. So let me know.
Yeah, so for example, one of the examples of PET washi tape is this one right here. Like this is PET washi tape. This one. So it's sticky and it's transparent. So on top of, and for example, this Pantone card, you can tell that it's a washi tape here, but it feels like these are little stickers. So it looks really nice for those things. I really like using it.
It's very cool. Let's do one more question and then I think we'll wrap up for today. Someone asked, how does the Washi find folks to collaborate with? Just send us a DM and we'll let you know. But generally, if you have any ideas and you'd like to collaborate, email daisy@thewashitapeshop.com. That's the person to contact. And we've answered a few of these, so you can watch the replay if you missed it, but here is the last one I see that's different. Can you do more pen pals with fans? So maybe like how you can share a bit again where to go for starting pen paling, and then we will share the link to your Instagram post as well. But
yeah, so I actually pen pal with my fans and subscribers. That's how I started it. Nowadays, I still do that, but I don't have time to pen pal with other people, which is kind of sad. But I think that if you need help finding people to pen pal with, I have a post on Instagram to help you find people that like pen paling. And you can also ask your followers and people that enjoy your pen pals if they want to pen pal with you. That's also kind of what I did. If I wanted to pen pal with someone specifically, I did that. And from my post on Instagram, it's easy because people just comment their name and their interests, and you can kind of pick someone out of the comment section and DM them to be your pen pals. And I think that's really cool.
Yeah, it's a very helpful post. There's so many comments on it too.
Yeah, I might do another one this year just to update it, some of it maybe.
Mm-hmm. I think that would be a good idea. And maybe to wrap up, can you share a bit about your Vibely community? We haven't spoken about that yet. What is that?
Oh, so I have the Vibely community, the Vibely community and the Vibely memberships. So the Vibely community, it's kind of like the Amino app, if anyone came from Amino to Instagram. It's literally just another kind of social media where we have challenges every week related to bullet journaling, pen paling, and stationery. I'm not really active out there, but it's just for people to connect without kind of being on Instagram it's a bit different. We can like support each other and like other people's challenges and just win small rewards every week. And then I have the Vibely memberships, which is a paid platform. So I pen pal with people. Basically, my members receive a pen pal with me every month. They receive early access to my videos and other projects like behind the scenes and things that I can't really show to the normal social media yet. I share with them. If I have any stickers or if I'm selling something like the anime Penton cards, I send them the links earlier and they have a discounted price for everything that I do. But I actually just send them my printable stickers for free. So it's kind of like a way for them to support me and for me to get more ideas for content and more support. It really helps a lot to just talk with them, with the members on the monthly meeting, because we have a meeting every month talking about journaling and life and stuff, and it's a really fun time with them. I really like the members on my Vibely community. It has been really great to have the support from them.
That sounds awesome. And it's more of a community feel than social media, which can sometimes be more
yeah. With the memberships, it's extremely like personal because we connect on a different level. Like we spend sometimes the bullet journal meetings talking about life and experiences and how we feel. And it's just amazing because otherwise I would not have the time to connect with other people like that. So it's a really, I kind of consider it a self-care, to be honest, because it's really fun to just talk with other people, just connect with them. It's amazing. I really like it.
That sounds awesome. So if you want to check out Kat and her Instagram, her YouTube, her Vibely community as well, it's at Kat's Planner. And I think you probably have a link to your Vibely in your Instagram bio. So if anyone...
Yeah. I have for my TikTok, Pinterest, the Vibely community and memberships. And I also have the collabs form there if anyone wants to collab with me for a pen pal letter or journaling, because I love connecting with other people that way. Like, even though I'm not your pen pal, we can do an envelope together. It's really fun. And I have the anime card commissions there as well.
Awesome. So thank you again so much, Kat, for being on here, and twice too. We did part 2 today. I'm so happy with how this turned out, and I love how yours turned out too.
Yeah, even though we used the same color palette, it turned out so differently from each other.
That's always fun to see, isn't it? And we use the same washi tape as well. This one is part of a set designed by Sophie from Opal and Fern. We actually have her joining on Wednesday, so I'll show her made together, Kat. She designed this set. So that's awesome. Well, we'll take a picture and we'll share it on our Instagram page on the Washi Tape Shop, and we'll post the replay on YouTube of both part 1 and part 2, as well as on Instagram TV, and also Kat's Instagram post for finding pen pals. We'll share that on our story. So if you guys want to check out that post and find some pen pals, that's a great place to go. So yeah, I think that's about it. Do you have anything to share, Kat, before we wrap up?
No, not really. I maybe just want to mention the anime cards again. If someone is not familiar with that, I make commissions for anime Penton cards if anyone is interested. I've been promoting them a lot, and I'm really happy with how these turned out, at least. And I have the commissions form on my bio. But yeah, if anyone likes anime as much as I do, these cards are just perfect for decoration at home, for your wall. I really like them.
Yesterday.
Yeah.
Cool. So actually, how do people do that? Do they send in like an anime character that they'd like, or?
Yeah, you check the link. I also have a highlight on my Instagram page where it explains everything, and you can choose from one of these already done, or you can submit the form that it's in my bio to get a 100% commissioned card. So you pick out the card and you send me the anime character that you want, and if you want their name at the top and washi tape stickers or a quote under here, you can put all of that in the form, and I just make the card for you.
And you mail it in like a little envelope as well?
Yeah, yeah.
That's a fun way to get like a little decorated envelope as well from Kat. All right. So awesome. We'll share everything in case you missed the links or anything. We'll post it on our Instagram story. And I think that's about it. Thank you very much for joining again, Kat. And thank you everyone for tuning in to craft with us. I know a few of you actually journaled at the same time, especially if it's like Sunday morning or Sunday during the day. For me, it's 11 a.m. on Sunday. And for you, Kat, I think it's 5 p.m. now?
It's 4 p.m.
4 p.m.? Cool. Have a great like evening shift. I hope
Yeah.
you sleep before.
Yeah, thank you for having me again.
Thanks for being here, and bye everyone. Have a great Sunday.
Bye.